Today on The Spot, we check in with our crew down in Vegas to see what's hot at CES. We also bring you up to date with the latest to hit Xbox Live Marketplace, give you a demo of Dynasty Warriors Strikeforce, and give away a special Final Fantasy trivia prize. Today on The Spot.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Today on the Spot. I'm Brian Eiper, this is Sean McInnes. We are back. We had a quick intro on the last show.
Yeah, we really wanted to show you guys Muscle March, so we kind of rushed through the intro. Now we're back from the holiday break, and we've got a little bit more time to reflect on what we did.
Absolutely. I played a little Assassin's Creed 2, didn't finish it, but I got a little bit of ways in, and I played a lot of Forza 3, and I know you played tons of games, Sean.
I played one game.
What?
I played a single game, and it was purely Peggle for the iPhone.
Diving deep into the catalog.
Diving deep into the rich catalog of iPhone apps. I knew I hit rock bottom when my girlfriend told me her mom plays that game and probably has a better high score than I do.
Probably does, but hey, it's nice to get away from games sometimes.
That's true, but we're back now, so we'll get right back in the swing of things.
Absolutely, and we have a full show for you guys today, including all the news from CES. Of course, the GameSpot crew is in Las Vegas right now to check out CES in all its glory. We've got Dynasty Warriors Strikeforce, a demo with that game today, and we're giving away a copy of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles: The Crystal Bearers.
And a personalized poster, too.
Oh yes, and a personalized poster. We're gonna have an awesome trivia question. This is a good game, but a great gift because the poster is gonna be awesome. Anyway, let's get to the news. Tor Thorson's in Las Vegas checking out CES 2010. Let's hear what he's got to say.
All right, thanks, Brian and Sean. Here we are at the Consumer Electronics Show, where over 120,000 tech enthusiasts and press members have gathered from across the world to see all the latest electronics wares. And of course, that means gaming, in this case, Sony and Microsoft. Now, right now we're standing outside the Sony event, which is about to start. And coming up after that is the Microsoft event, some details of which have already leaked out. First off, Project Natal is coming this year, 2010. So that was something everyone expected, but now we know about it. And also, they're going to release a kind of retro arcade inside Xbox Live, kind of like PlayStation Home. So those details are already known. But now the full rundown is me several hours from now. Future Tor, how is it going? Okay, well, Tor from the past. The big things at Sony were actually not that big at all. It was mainly focused on like consumer electronics, but we got some good news. We got reminded that yes, all existing PlayStation 3s will be updated with 3D technology using firmware. We got told that they sold 3.8 million PS3s worldwide during the 5-week holiday season, 1.7 million of those which were in North America. And other than that, you know, we got reminded again that they're expanding the PlayStation Network technology to other platforms like Blu-ray players, which are internet-enabled, including internet-enabled HD TVs, and that's actually going to start happening next month. People can sign up to the PlayStation Network and actually download, you know, video content from there, high-def video content, standard video content to their PlayStation 3s, their HD TVs that are internet-enabled, and PCs. So that's kind of the big takeaways from Sony. Okay, well, let's move on to Microsoft. So, you know, other than the details that leaked, were there any other big surprises at Microsoft? Well, the big news out of Microsoft wasn't really the biggest surprise. We knew they were dating Natal for 2010, but now they kind of dated it more. It's actually holiday 2010, so that's big news, I guess, if you're holiday shopping for 2010. Other big things is the game room is confirmed. It's going to have over 1,000 games in your own customizable arcade, which is pretty cool. A lot of those are from such, you know, classic companies as Atari and Television and stuff like that. And you're going to be able to have online leaderboards and actually invite your friends' avatars into your arcade to own them, which is pretty nice. They're also mentioning some sort of, you know, this AT&T Uverse kind of premium TV service will be coming to Xbox Live sometime later on in the year. But other than that, it was stuff we've already seen. They mentioned Natal, talked it up, but didn't actually show it on stage. They showed off some new gaming PCs. All right, then what was kind of the big takeaway of Microsoft for all the gamers out there? What do they need to know from that event? That was frankly it, other than like a Halo Reach trailer we already saw and some reminders that, hey, you know, they've got a whole lot of exclusives coming out this year. Well, thanks a lot, Future Tor. Now that's it from the show floor right now from CES 2010. We're going to have a lot more stuff going on from the show, stuff from Capcom, stuff from Sony, all sorts of great gaming news. Back to you, Brian and Sean.
What do you mean back to? I'm right here.
All right, thanks for that, Tor. Tor is in Las Vegas right now. That's a potent mix.
That is a very potent mix. I do not want to be within 20 to 30 miles of him.
That's right. Vegas. Well, he got to check out the Microsoft press conference, of course, and all sorts of stuff going on at CES, all sorts of stuff happening with Sony and Microsoft, and there's all sorts of stuff happening on Xbox Live right now. We're going to check out what's happening this week on Xbox Live.
This week on Xbox Live sees the release of Matt Hazard, Bloodbath and Beyond. This action-packed side-scroller is a retcon prequel of the 2009 release of Eat Lead, The Return of Matt Hazard. Reminiscent of white-knuckled action games of the mid-'80s like Contra, Bloodbath & Beyond puts you in the role of Matt Hazard as he fights through an endless horde of foes sent by his nefarious archenemy, Wallace Wally Wellesley. We expect the game to have the same self-deprecating humor as last year's console release, and it can be yours for 1,200 Microsoft points. Microsoft is also adding Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts to his Games on Demand lineup this week. Originally released in 2008, this critically acclaimed platformer takes Rare's whimsical duo on a quest to defend Gruntilda. To do so, players must use their creativity and ingenuity to build various vehicular contraptions to help Banjo complete his quest. While a strong departure from the original roots of the game, the vehicle building segments are easy to use, fast, and very rewarding. Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts cost $19.99. In the indie game section this week, we have Toby's Vertical Adventure. This game is a classic 2D platformer, where players join Toby on his quest for the treasure of King Guruza. Play the game in single or co-op modes through hours of platforming fun and 16 levels on 4 unique islands. This game is available for 240 Microsoft points. Next, we have Hazardous Gas Unit. The goal of this game is to funnel the fumes of a toxic gas bomb in the basement of a high-rise building. You must go up through 23 floors to the roof where a disposal unit will destroy it. And if you are unsuccessful, thousands of people will die. Hazardous Gas Unit is available for 80 Microsoft points. Also coming to the indie game section this week is RC Racing 360. RC Racing 360 is a racing game in which up to 4 players can challenge themselves to drive remote-controlled cars in spectacular ambience. There are 7 different tracks and 6 different vehicles, each one with its own unique graphic characterization and gameplay. This ensures frantic competition where strategy is allowed. This game is available for 400 Microsoft points. New to the game demo section this week is Dark Void. Dark Void takes place in a sinister parallel world of hostile aliens, powerful weapons, and deep mystery. The unique combination of jetpack-powered dogfighting and ground-based combat brings a thrilling new dynamic to your video gaming experience. This week's Gold Account Deal of the Week is A Kingdom for Keflings. This avatar-based game offers up a laid-back city-building experience similar to the PC classic SimCity. You can have it this week for only 400 Microsoft points. That wraps up a rather lean first week of the year for Xbox Live, but be sure to check back next week for more updates for your Xbox 360.
All right, now you guys are all caught up with Xbox Live. Sean, how much do you know about Dynasty Warriors Strikeforce?
I'll be honest with you, Brian, not a whole lot.
Okay, good news, because I'm holding a Dynasty Warriors Strikeforce press release.
Okay.
I'm going to read you a couple sentences just to inform you what's
Sounds
happening
good.
here. Dynasty Warriors Strikeforce takes place in a mystic version of ancient China, where warriors possess the power of fury. The power gives them superhuman strength, lightning-fast speed, and the ability to fly.
You know what? Replace ancient China with Las Vegas, replace Warriors with Tor Thorson, and you just summed up CES.
Right, you are Sean McKinnis. Now it's time to take a look at our daily demo, which just happens to be Dynasty Warriors Strikeforce.
Hey everyone, it's daily demo time. I'm Sophia and I'm joined by Ryan McDonald,
How's it
who's
going?
here to show us Dynasty Warriors.
That is correct. Dynasty Warriors Strikeforce.
Strikeforce
Yeah, for the
on a
PlayStation 3.
Nice. So this is a PSP port, actually.
Take a look for yourself. Yeah, it is based on the PlayStation portable game that they had released previously, but I don't know if you're familiar with the Dynasty Warriors series, are you?
I've played some on and off during the series.
So you know that they're largely about large
button
groups of large groups of bad guys, and you with big pull swords with staffs and all kinds of good weapons from Chinese lore. And sorry, I'm getting into wailing away on these guys. So this is one of the missions we're in. This is not too far into the game, probably just like 45 minutes or so.
So what's your goal here?
The goal here
Other than
is
kill lots of people.
Actually, the cool thing about this one is that all I need to do is really kill a few specific guys, and that's actually what I'm going to show you, which is one of my favorite parts. And I'll show you as I beat up on this main bad guy. See, I'm pretty much ignoring most of those guys, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, incidental damage coming to them from my main attack on this guy.
Get in the way.
I guess I should show you my Fury business before I take him out. So if I hit the circle button, you'll see that the gauge below my life bar basically is what this
Fury mode.
And it, right there I died, and so I just like basically respawned. The other big
gauge is
thing,
still full.
totally. The other big thing we're not talking about that we should have said at the beginning of this is that one of the big cool things, as in the PSP version, is that you can play with 4 people.
Oh.
You can play 4 people online, and
How do you communicate with them, like text?
you can
or
do text
voice?
chat or you can do voice chat.
Okay.
So it works out pretty good.
Yeah, it's always more fun to play with friends.
Let me skip out of this and get to the hub mission. So here's the main interface in town. You can talk to this guy, and he's like you're welcome, kind of, hey, what's up? Welcome to Walmart, right? I'm Lee Q.
The Walmart greeting?
Yeah, totally. And he's like, yeah, we can totally unite this land. That's pretty much the whole. You asked me what the story was, and it's pretty much between the 3 different clans you're picking. It's like their main goal is to unite China under the one, dynasty or whatever. So in this first shop, there's 9 different places you can go to. This is the academy, and here's where I get my learn on. So depending on, so I know the spring, I know the rush. You can see the next one I can actually learn because I have the required materials like we were looking at before, the Earth Spirit and the Moonstone, is this spirit, right? So I click on this and do I wish to acquire this? I have the 300 gold, I have the materials, why not? Let's do it.
Yeah.
So now, boom, added chi skill. There's 6 different weapons, there's like 6 different, I guess you would say strength and your different traits so that you always want to keep improving yourself on. This is the workshop.
And there's also officer cards. That's something that we want to mention.
The officer cards, yeah. The officer cards are interesting, and I guess one of the few things that is different between this and the PlayStation Portable version is that, let me just show you this stuff. So this is how you do the different orbs for your different business, right? So if I want to get an orb that was going to improve so here's a brutal orb. Improves strong attack. That's like a specific one. That's actually one I did buy earlier because I use the strong attack a lot. Getting back to the officer card thing, if we pulled it up, you would see that I could basically talk to this guy and he's going to give me an officer card if it was available. The officer cards are basically something you can use to trade with your friends online, but they're also the way you can change them in characters. So if we go over here to the shrine, I can change an officer, but only if I had earned the card from them.
Yeah.
So here's the different guys that I've got the cards of so far. So if we wanted to, we could totally change this to this guy. And we're like, yep.
Oh, he's big.
This guy is all kinds of big in business.
But you can also play, if you don't have friends to play with, you can also play with 3 other AI.
That is correct. What you'll see as I'll show you the 2 different ways to actually get into the match, or actually the game battling portion of it. There's 2 different ways. So if you talk to this guy that's standing in front of the gate, he's obviously the gatekeeper, and he's basically the guy that's going to tell you these are the missions that are storyline specific. So if you take these are the ones that are going to get you further into the story and the single player campaign. Over here is the notices board, and this is basically some side quest action. These are ones that I've already done. It's anywhere from just going through and beating up guys to going through and finding chests, and I guess that'll be the one I'll show you is let's see here, Lost Belongings. I'll show you that one.
Okay.
So there's some Lost Belongings out here. Here's another thing that's different, and you were asking about playing 3 AI characters. So if I'm not online and I'm not with my friends playing online, I can basically do this tactics thing, which is new for the PlayStation 3 version. That is, I can see the different areas that I'm going to go through in this particular map for this quest. And what I can do is I can select an area and say, I'm going to drop one of my other guys, my AI guys in. So I'm going to put Lee Q here. I can put them both here. Yeah, I can put them both here if I wanted to, and they'll be in there doing some business. But I think I'm going to go to, let's see, area 1 and drop Fei Yi in, and we'll basically see Fei Yi doing some business as soon as we get in here. So that's pretty much, you can do your equipment, get your items set, you can just go back to the city, but we will begin.
Okay, find chests.
And you can see these little gates that exist in between the different areas. You can install the game, which I should make a point to mention, we did not install for what we're looking at right here, but you can see how fast the loads are even still. So if you install it, I'm not quite sure how much, if at all.
Might even be faster.
Yeah, it might be faster.
That'd be good.
But we are going to go this way. So you can see on the map it shows
that exclamation.
Yeah, the little exclamation point right there that we're headed towards.
Yeah, so you just run around and just hit all those, and that's it.
Well,
just avoid all the enemies.
What happens obviously along the way is that sure, I could beat up on these guys, but what happens along the way in this particular mission is as you're going through, it's not just picking up items. There's all of a sudden there's a boss that you got to take on too.
It's not that easy.
So, but yeah, so that is pretty much the gist of Dynasty Warriors Strikeforce.
All right, very cool. Thanks for dropping by and showing it.
Oh yeah.
So when is it coming out?
February 16th. It'll be out for the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360.
Excellent. All right, thank you so much. And now back to you guys at the show.
There you go, there's your look at Dynasty Warriors Strikeforce. Now it's trivia time before we end up the show. I want to make sure you guys know what's at stake here. We've got a copy of Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, The Crystal Bears for Nintendo Wii, And Sean McKinnis, we have an awesome poster.
Yeah, it's not just the game. We've got a personalized Crystal Bears poster. We don't even have that thing in the office yet. Square Enix has it. Once they find out who the winner is, they're going to personalize it, put the name on there, and send it off directly to you.
So 2 cool prizes and 1 cool trivia question. Sean and I don't agree on much, but we do agree on what is the best entry in the Final Fantasy series. Out of all the games they've released, we both have the same favorite. So you might be able to find it on the site because we've talked about it before. But look on the site, see if you can find out what we agree is the best game in the Final Fantasy series. Fill out the form, hit submit. If you're the first one to answer correctly, you'll win a copy of the game and the personalized poster. So there you go. Awesome prize. And a great show. Sean, thanks for being here.
Hey, my pleasure.
Want to mention the most anticipated games feature that you put up on the previews blog?
Yeah, that's right. I went around asking all the editors what their favorite or the most anticipated game of 2010 is. I know Homer's really pumped about Muscle March after seeing the demo on Tuesday.
Yeah, you can't stop talking about it.
It's actually, frankly, a little bit creepy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you'll find out what the editors are looking forward to, and please let us know what you're looking forward to as well. Sean, thanks for that. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. And we'll see you guys Saturday for another episode of Today on the Spot. This power gives them superhuman strength, lightning fast speed, and the ability to fly. It's just like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Where I come from, that's just called being high on PCP.
Exactly. Well, if you want to learn more about being high on PCP, check out